right, starting off the mail call, we've got some stickers from Dirt Road Cinderella. We want to say a huge thank you and shout out to Tiffany for sending these. They are really cool. I love the design on that. Very nicely done, Miss. And if you guys aren't familiar with her channel, there will be a link down below. She has started a channel now, and it's going pretty well. She's doing some cool stuff over there. And rumor has it she's got some shop cards in the works, so that's going to be cool. Speaking of shop cards, I am all out. I am still waiting for my order to come in. It's taking longer than Chuck trying to mail stuff to New Hampshire for some reason. But if you know the reference, you know the reference. Yeah, this is really cool. We love this, and we were instructed to give some to our buddy Lucas C. And I always do as I'm told. It was just a lot quieter to do that when I grew up that way. But unless Mrs. BG tells me to do something, then there's usually a debate involved. But thank you again for the awesome decals. The one will go on the binder of fame, or the toolbox of fame, I should say, and the other one will go in the binder of fame to keep as a keepsake. Now, our good friend John, Mr. Weber, you hear us talk about him a lot. He was at the Nationals, and he was shopping the tables and saw this kit and thought, I would love this, and he was not wrong, because this is super cute. The Mighty Dragon. Let's see here. Look at this figure. It looks like a Lego figure, but look at the ears on there. Those panda ears on a flight helmet. I like that. That's just festive. Speaking of festive, check out this livery right here. Look at that. Ka-chow, right? That's kind of fun. But this is super cute. It won't qualify for an egg plane because it's not Hasegawa, but it is still awesome, and I'm just tickled to death that our buddy John was thinking of us while he was at the Nationals. That's really cool. Thank you, John. And this is an Amazon purchase for myself. I saw this on there. Free shipping. Oh, you've got me set. You're luring me in. Free shipping. It was like $27 with tax. Awesome. And I thought this was from Le Mans, but it's not. It's actually from a Japanese racing circuit. Yeah, this is the box art doesn't look so bad on camera because the pixels are merging with everything. But this is obviously a photograph of a photograph, possibly of a photograph in the rain. So that's why it's got the white tracks coming off here. But yeah, this is a terrible box art. But this is what the model should look like if everything goes to plan. I really like that color green. That is a beautiful color green. But yeah, it's just like, this is insane. I have a couple more 917Ks in the stash from Fujimi. So they're all going to be very, very similar. So I wanted to build something that was not really a throwaway kit, but something that if it doesn't go to plan, okay. Because I do have a Martini livery, and I want to be able to do this kit and do it justice. So I got that as sort of like a practice build. And then from the Andes, picked this up just a couple hours ago, still wrapped in the cellophane. This is the Alfa Romeo Giulia kit that we've been talking about so much on our podcast. I finally have one. I think all four of us now have one. I'm not sure if Chuck has one, but it doesn't matter. But it's very, very affordable. And Mrs. BG was like, have you gotten your Giulia kit yet? I'm like, no, I haven't. She's like, why not? I'm like, well, we're trying to set money aside for some big trips coming up. We got Acme in October, She's like, go over there and get the Giulia kit. I know how much you want that. So it was like, a vapor trail heading out to the car. And rushed over there, picked this up. And he only had 2 left on the shelf, and I grabbed mine. So if you're in the area and you want one of these, get your buttocks over there and grab one before they all gone. And let's see, while I was over at Andy's, we also picked up a can of this stuff here. Mr. Super Clear UV Cut Gloss. Mr. Lucas C was talking big talk about this and saying some good stuff about it. So he said it was working well for him. And you all know that if Mr. Lucas C can do something, I can do it even better. I'm just kidding. But we'll see how this works for us too. I'm curious to try that out. So there's that. And now we have to go to the floor. So just a second. And with the power of pause, we were able to go to the floor and get a box worth of boxes. We got this from our friend Frank, from Frank's Model Works, and we were doing a hangout during the $40 group build, and he was showing we were just kind of showing kits. We were all so punchy, we got to the point where we're just showing kits in our stash. He showed this guy here. We love K cars. Billy Strange was the one that brought up the topic. He was talking about one that he was working on. And Frank was like, I got a couple of those. Check this out. So I'm like, dude, you have that kit? This is one of those kits that I have been dying to get and haven't been able to find it anywhere for a reasonable price. And Frank's like, you like this? I'm like, yeah, it's great. I love that kit. He goes, I tell you what, I'll hook you up. I know I got your address. I'll get it in the mail for you. There you go. That's my Frank voice. But I was like, no way. So this showed up, but it didn't show up alone. It came with some cousins or brothers. Got this guy here, this little food truck. This thing is super cute. We theorized that it might be a noodle truck. My nephew Jake, who's big into Japanese and vehicles of the Asian basin, and we were just like geeking out about this the other day because we had family barbecue. They were over for dinner, and I showed him this. He's like, "Oh my god, that is so cool!" And then it hit me: when we build this and take it to a show, we should put one of these little things inside there that give off a scent, like a battery operated thing, kind of like what you'd have in a vape or something like that. It gives off the scent of like cooking noodles or orange chicken or something like that. So when people are looking at this at the show, they're like, why am I hungry? So that's my idea for that. And then last but definitely not leastest, they got this guy here, the Honda Life step van. Honda Life sounds like a way of life, obviously, but the step van, this thing is killer cool. But when Frank showed this on camera, he's like, check it out. It's called the step van. I'm like, oh, poor little guy never knew his real dad. And he's like, okay, that's funny. Next thing you know, it shows up on my desk here. I'm like, okay, that's awesome. So thank you so much, Frank. These are amazing little models. Mrs. BG has already torn through these and looked at them all. She almost stole this one, but I wrestled it back from her little hands. And I did have to make a compromise, though. I still have to clean bathrooms for the rest of my life. But yeah, there we go. One last thing to share with you guys. Our friend Mike over at Scale Model Outlaw. This guy, he had some paint. And we were like, he's like, I hear you're getting into figure painting. I'm like, yes, I am. He's like, I got some of this stuff. He shows me some pictures. I'm like, okay, cool. Yep, that'll work. That's exactly the stuff I'm the brand and everything I'm starting to buy. It's like, cool, let me help you out a little bit. I got some paint I'm not going to use. Why don't I send it to you? Sure, okay. So we did a haggle and offered to pay for the shipping and all that stuff. He's like, nope, you're cool, you're all right. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I didn't just get this one. I got this. I'm pulling back here. This entire box is full of bottles, not just this one color either. That'd be insane. But that's, insaner. But Mike is crazy. I love him. Guy's awesome. But check this out. That is a cavern of color. This is awesome. I'm still like, what? But yeah, man, I can't thank you enough for this awesome gift. And it's going to be in my collection for forever, because I probably won't be able to get to all these colors in my lifetime. Not the way things are going these days. But yeah, man, I'm like, got this big giant bottle in here. Look at this. This is the Liquidex Matte Medium. That is awesome. That's cool, man. So yeah, we have to go through this and sort it all, but that's fine because I love sorting things. It's one of my hobbies is sorting things. So yeah, this is obviously amazing. It weighs tens of pounds, probably more like 4 pounds. Don't set that to the side there. My desk is probably too weak for that. But yeah, there we go. So thank you, Mike. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Tiffany. All very, very cool stuff. Appreciate it all. And now we're going to talk quickly about what we're kind of working on. We're going to zoom in just a teensy bit here, and there we go. Pivot down. A 48-hour group build. That is, done. But I discovered the other day that the Nerf bars that we had gotten for the Bronco kit, the modern Bronco kit, is actually going to fit really, really well. Stay with me here. I'm going to slide this to the top of the bag like thus. Okay, and then pick up the truck, pick up the pickup. So that's going to fit really nicely underneath there. So I think we're going to modify the truck a little bit and then paint these up and then add those to the truck because I think it looks really, really cool with those Nerf bars underneath there. And we're going to bang them up a little bit too because this thing is beat to heck. Might as well beat the bars to heck too. But that's not all we're going to do to this truck. We still have the Value Gear aftermarket stuff. I'm going to rotate up. There we go. Got these little, really great looking tarpaulins. We have them based in black, so we can start doing some dry brush painting on them. And we have that nice little satchel here, nice little, yeah, well, maybe a knapsack perhaps. And then this really cool looking bag. I don't know if I'll use this guy, but it's still slick looking. Definitely looks like an old military issue type of thing, like that, like something that a tent would be kept in. And then some bedrolls, so, or sleeping bags perhaps. So yeah, these are great little dudes. This one fell off his perch, so it's got a bit of a nick in it, but I think we can work with that. Molded very, very nicely. Steve does amazing work with this stuff. So we're going to paint all this stuff up and then put it in the bed of the truck. So I thought that would help generate even more visual interest, because it turns out the theme for Acme is pickup trucks. So why not take a 48-hour built plus a couple extra for the accessories? Take the 48-hour group build snap kit to Acme. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's basically what's going on here. We are still working on our Jimmy kit. That's in a shambles. I'm just going to rotate over to that. That's in a shambles right now. We've been doing a lot of cutting and slicing on the interior tub and the engine base, so we can get the wheels and tires in there right. The chassis is a bit lower than I had expected, so we're working with that, but we like how it's looking, so we're very excited about that there. So there's that. All right, I guess that's enough, right? If you have stuck with us this long, thank you very much for doing so. It's cookie time. Oreos are my treat today, and y'all take it easy. We'll see you in the next one. Keep in mind, be kind to others, especially in these times. We do not know what other people are going through, especially if they're folks that keep pretty much to themselves. So remember, kindness is never lost. It will come back to you. Y'all take it easy, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.